How to build wealth in 2025 and beyond. Let me keep it real with you. Making money and keeping it in 2025 isn't as simple as it used to be. You can't just throw some money into a random investment and hope for the best anymore. Interest rates keep going up and down. New technology like AI is changing how we work, and the prices of everything around us keep rising. So if you want to grow your money and actually hang on to it, you need a plan that works today. This isn't about finding a secret shortcut. It's about making smart, steady choices that help you build real freedom. Freedom to take time off, change jobs, or just breathe without stressing about money. First things first, you need to get a handle on your cash flow. That's just a fancy way of saying, make sure you're not spending more than you earn. In the past few years, the cost of living has gone up by over 12%, while most people's incomes haven't gone up as fast. That means a lot of people are feeling squeezed. So sit down with a notebook and write down what you earn and what you spend. Try something called the 50-30-20 rule. Spend 50% of your money on needs like rent and food, 30% on things you want like eating out, and put 20% towards savings or investments. It's okay if you can't hit those exact numbers. What matters is you're aware of where your money is going. And hey, do you really need all 6 streaming subscriptions? Canceling 2 might save you $300 a year, which could go into investments or an emergency fund instead. Let's talk about emergency funds. Yes, they sound boring, but think of it this way. Your emergency fund is like a safety net for life. If your car breaks down or you lose your job, this money keeps you from going into debt or panicking. You should aim to save up at least 3 to 6 months of your basic living costs. And don't just keep it in your regular checking account. Put it in a high-yield savings account. Some banks like SoFi and Ally are offering over 4% interest right now, which means your money grows a bit while sitting safely in the background. If you spend $2,500 a month, that means your emergency goal should be between $7,500 and $15,000. Start small. Even $500 can make a difference. Next, we've got to talk about debt. High-interest debt, like credit cards, is the #1 way to keep yourself from building wealth. In 2025, average credit card interest is over 21%. That means if you're carrying a $5,000 balance, you're paying over $1,000 a year just in interest. That's money that could go into savings or investments instead. Try the avalanche method to pay it off faster. Start with the card that has the highest interest. Pay more than the minimum there and pay just the minimum on the others. If your credit score is decent, check if you can move that debt to a 0% interest balance transfer card. Even paying an extra $100 a month toward your high-interest debt can knock months off your repayment plan and save you hundreds. Once you've got your spending and debt under control, now we can make your money grow. Investing sounds complicated, but it really isn't. Start with something simple like index funds. These are groups of big companies you invest in all at once. A popular one is called VOO, which follows the top 500 US companies. Over time, it usually grows around 8% to 10% a year. If you want to get regular income, try dividend ETFs like SCHD or JEPI. They pay you just for holding them. Want to spread your risk? You can invest in international funds like VXUS, ticker symbol for Vanguard Total International Stock ETF, so you're not depending only on US companies. If you want to try something new, put a little bit, like 5%, into Bitcoin using a fund like IBIT or any other. Just don't bet the house on it. Also, keep an eye on tax-advantaged accounts. If your employer offers a 401k match, that's free money. And Roth IRAs let you grow your money tax-free if you follow the rules. Here's a trick that helps. Think of your money as your hardest working employee. It doesn't need sleep. It doesn't complain. And if you put it in the right place, it grows all by itself. Use apps like Currently Out There to see how your investments are doing. Automate contributions so you're investing without even thinking about it. You won't miss $50 if it auto-invests every Friday, but in a year, that's $2,600 working for you. But here's the thing, wealth isn't just about having money, it's about knowing things that make you valuable. AI and automation are changing jobs fast. If you want to stay in the game, you've got to learn skills that machines can't do well. That could be editing videos, writing stories, coding, creating content, or even just managing money. You don't need a fancy degree. You can learn on YouTube, Coursera, or other sites like that. I know someone who learned how to make simple videos on YouTube and now makes $2,000 a month from clients. Another friend turned her Excel hobby into a freelance gig. Learn a skill that solves problems and you'll always have value. Speaking of standing out, let's talk about personal branding. Even if you're not trying to be famous, it helps to have an online presence. In 2025, people Google you before they hire you. So make sure your social media isn't a mess. Polish up your LinkedIn. Maybe even start a blog or share your ideas on TikTok or Instagram. One guy posted finance tips on Twitter every day, and someone offered him a job based on that. Another posted Excel tutorials on TikTok and turned it into a paid gig. The point is, share what you know. It builds trust and opens doors. Start by sharing once a week. You never know who's watching. Want to know the biggest difference between people who grow wealth and people who don't? It's what they own. Wealthy people don't just buy things, they buy assets. An asset isn't anything that makes you money. A new phone? Fun, but it loses value. Apple stock? That's a piece of a company that can grow in value and pay you. Other great assets? Rental property, online courses, etc. Things that make money while you sleep. Even a $9 digital guide you sell 20 times a month earns you over $2,000 a year. That's real power. Want to try something easy? Make a checklist, template, or beginner guide and sell it on Gumroad. Low effort, big potential. One thing that really helps is automation. Don't rely on willpower. Set up automatic transfers to your savings. Set up automatic investing. Set up automatic bill payments. That way, your money is growing without you even thinking about it. Label your savings too. Call it Freedom Fund or New Car or Emergency Cushion. It's way easier to stay on track when your goals are clear. If you have to think about saving every time, you probably won't. Let technology do the work for you. Now, here's one last thing people often forget. Lifestyle creep. That's when your income goes up and you instantly start spending more. Nicer car, bigger apartment, fancy clothes. But if you don't increase your savings at the same time, you'll feel like you're always broke, no matter how much you earn. Instead, try this. Every time you get a raise or extra income, split it in half. Half goes to fun and half goes to your future. That way you enjoy your life and grow your wealth. Think of it as rewarding both present you and future you. To wrap this up, here's the big picture. Building wealth in 2025 isn't about chasing hype. It's about doing the basics really well. Spending less than you make, paying off debt, investing consistently, learning new skills, owning things that pay you back, using tools that help you stay on track, and staying patient when things get tough. You don't need to be rich to start. You just need to start. Pick one thing today. Track your spending, learn a skill, automate your savings, or open an investment account. One step leads to the next, and over time, those steps turn into real freedom. Because wealth isn't about looking rich, it's about being free. Let's build that kind of life, one smart move at a time.